Cause you make me feel like the rest of my feet. Okay. I'm not offline. I'm not offline. I'm not offline. I'm not offline. Bon.
J'ai personne qui aime discuter. Prends 2 minutes, Massimo. Ouais, bonsoir à toi, bonsoir à ceux qui sont dans le chat. Comment tu vas? Oui, Amine, comment je peux t'aider là? C'est quoi, y avait-tu un problème aujourd'hui? Pour le fun, tu sais, pour diffuser le live? Faire de la haine et tout. Y avait-tu quelque chose que t'aimais pas? Dis-moi tout.
Can't. It's too warm, dude. make me feel. Yes. There you go. Thank you. Don't blink, yes you blink. Welcome to the show. Because doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day. Still early evening. We'll be filming some videos, so let's start right away. I want to make some content, so I'm in a good mood, and let's just enjoy it. We did an hour live on TikTok, which was actually great. It felt great. It felt great to do, and now that that's done, we'll continue. Okay, good. Don't blink. Yes, you blink. Welcome to the Vocal Terry Show. Because I'm doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day to say a little behind the scene. So we're going to make some content. We just finished our TikTok live. It lasted an hour, which was really, really nice. We have music. We have this. I ate so much because my mom, she brought me something today. And she added 2 egg sandwiches, which had 2 salads. It was supposed to be 1 meal. The reality is, it's possibly good. Well, for a person that's normal. 1 for 1 meal. I do 1 meal a day, so I would have been okay with 1.5, but we had to eat 2, so I'm full. I'm really full. So this is why we're gonna take a little break, or why we're gonna be a little bit less content, but I still want to film, right? Anyway, sounds good. Love you guys. Don't blink, here's your blink. Welcome to our show. Hope you guys are doing well with this 15th May 2025. We have 3 towers. We're listening to TikTok. I want to make a video on TikTok. Dude, I'm full. I ate so much. My mom, she brought me a egg sandwich. It wasn't enough, so I thought the second box was just 2 boxes, and then I was like, holy shit. 1.5 would have been perfect. Now, I want to go back on it, and it's funny because this is exactly what's going on with the when you don't post enough content. So we film video every single day, right? And it's kind of crazy because if I post them every single day, then I say, oh, I remember doing this. But in this one, I'm gonna have to contradict something. I'm gonna have to contradict what I just said about making on TikTok Live. So the original video, we're still gonna post, don't worry, because content is content. And only fools don't change their mind, right? Right now we're watching drama, so that's also good. So what ended up happening was I made a video having to justify myself for not going live every single day. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go live twice in a row, and guys, it's so hard to function because I'm so full, crazy. Let's just if I open this, yeah, let's not do this. Okay, I was gonna open the window, but it's better not because the phone's gonna fall. So I was afraid that me going live. See, this is the relationship, and again, I'm not trying to victimize myself. I'm not trying to say, hey, this is your fault, because it's not your fault. I think it's a pretty normal feeling. It's a pretty normal feeling is actually a really good way to talk about this. So then what happened is, so what about you're seeing so many effort putting in into digesting. I should take a break, but I got 27% left battery. I got 28:37, and I got, so we'll do an hour, and that's not a big deal. So when I'm live every single day, you guys, and I as a person myself, as a viewer myself, you're seeing this person that you really like, or you're seeing the content that you really like, and the person that does some content that is really good, because you're seeing them every single day, and it becomes part of your dream, right? I had Anna, and I fucking love Anna. You guys know I like Anna, and Anna. She called me 5 times in the same night. She was calling me, she was insistent, and like, dude, what was going on? And in my mind, I was just like, yo, you missed a day. I missed a day because I wasn't doing well. Or even with Janice that was also there every single day. And it was like, oh, you missed you missed a day. And I didn't understand what those two, because this is the only example that I have for the last 4 years. Some people will tell me, hey, when are you live? But they won't tell me every single day, right? So with Janice, and he was freaking out because I was like, why aren't you live? No, I didn't really understand, but I understand now, because you want to have this routine. If this person's part of a routine, and ultimately speaking, it's like actually so fucking nice, because you used to have your shows, like for example Pokemon, Digimon, your reality show, Jersey Shore, MTV Crib. You can tell I was born in the 90s, right? And you have those, and it's really tough. It's really tough because it's part of your routine, and when the show is leaving, it feels weird because like, okay, well, oh, it's not playing anymore. We have to wait, and you're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting, right? So I felt the need to justify myself for not being live every single day, and I felt the need to say, okay, I'm live for 2 days. Please don't expect me to be live. Somebody asked me a question yesterday, and it's a very normal question to ask. Are you gonna be live tomorrow? And it didn't mean like, oh my god, I need you to be live tomorrow. It was just a simple question, but it was still like, dude, this is my first time live in over 3 weeks, you know? So yeah, we made this video because I was afraid that people were gonna expect me, and ultimately speaking, the biggest fear isn't that people expect me to... Fuck. See, the phone is too hot. The phone is too hot. Which means I'm not gonna be able to film. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is bad. What I was saying. Yes, I was saying this. So, long story short, um, see, this is digesting. This is ADHD digestion. The biggest fear that I have wasn't that people was like, "Yo, are you live today?" The biggest fear that I live was like, "Why isn't he live today?" Right? And I don't want people to be, even though it's a normal feeling, I don't want people to think, "Oh, if Ink is not there today, I need Ink," because ultimately speaking, I'm a normal guy. I get the feeling. I get why I have the feeling that I'm a normal guy. Yeah. Again. Okay, so we're watching this twice. I guess. I don't know. Why is it so warm? I fucking hate this. I used to be able. Now I cannot do it anymore. The dual string. Sucks. See, I'm not focused. I shouldn't even make some content, but fuck it. Now we have this this challenging thoughts, and the fact that this thought right now is how peaceful and how beneficial it was to go live twice in 2 days. Guess what? Okay. Because we restarted computer. Okay, I understand. Okay, I understand. So I have to do this. We'll have to do the just watch. Actually, quite nice. Okay, perfect. We'll do this, and then we'll do the auto scroll. Okay, good. So then it was tough. It was really tough because how can I put this? You have this. It's bittersweet. It's a very bittersweet. So in the first place, you're going live every single day, and because you're talking to people every single day, you're doing good. You're talking to your own people, you know, people that you care about, people that you love. But it's not real life because in real life, you're not gonna talk to everybody that you're gonna talk to. You're gonna love, right? I don't know. I don't think it is. Maybe it is. Maybe you surround yourself with people. If you surround yourself, you could be like, yo, I have a good surrounding. But then this is a microcosm of the effect. So, for example, you're going to see people that are really popular and surround themselves with yes men. And of course, I think surrounding yourself with yes men is actually quite healthy because you're like, well, you're saying yes, you're saying yes, you're saying yes, you're saying yes, I'm saying no, you're saying yes. Right? And that's a good thing, right? Ultimately, life doesn't have to be like that, but it can be like that. If you're surrounding yourself with yes men, of course you're going to tell you yes. Of course you're going to be telling you yes, right? But at the same time, you're putting yourself in a situation where this is not real life. In real life, you're going to have a job, and your job, you're going to have people that you like less or you like more. And like, ugh, I don't agree with this guy, you know? I don't agree with this. Oh, I don't even know how to get there. See, for right now, and this is such a dilemma because right now, if you're talking to people, right now, ultimately speaking, when I'm live, right, I have my own people. Most people that are gonna come are people that I know. People that I come, I'm lucky because people that are gonna come, I have a positive community. There's not a lot of hates on my channel. There used to be a lot of hates. There isn't anymore, thank God. I don't know what I did, but thank God. But it's not real life. So I'm stuck in between a place where this would be very beneficial and very constructive to be able to say, you know what, this is beneficial because it's what I needed. I need a positive space, right? And asking yourself for positive space is quite normal. How far are we willing to go in this video? Are we willing to go far or not? Wait a second. Good. Okay, it's working. Good, 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 good. It's working. See, this is a brand new headphones and it's having problem. I don't know why, but yeah. All that matters is that it's working. See? What is going on? So how far I want to go? See, I had this picture of this girl, right? And of course, as a single person, I want to have the picture of a girl for multiple reasons. But this one is this girl, right? And she just got out of a relationship, right? And she has this nice guy, and she's going out with that nice guy because this nice guy isn't a problem. But she doesn't really nice the nice guy. She just needs a nice guy right now. And then when she feels better, she leaves the nice guy and go back to the asshole. And like, why did you do that, right? You're choosing the environment that you're doing. And by doing TikTok Live, I'm choosing the environment, and it's you're controlling the environment because somebody that you don't like, you can mute them, you can block them. When you're finished, you're finished. When you're down, we're doing live because I feel like doing live. I don't have to do live, you know. So it's actually quite weird. It's actually quite, yeah, yeah. I have this fear of. It's not denial. This fear also comes from this is very far into the mental, the psyche. But when I was alone for years, I never had people contradicting me. So when I started having people contradicting me, I didn't know what to do because I was like, "No, dude, how is that possible?" I've been thinking the same thing for years. How could this be wrong? Well, you didn't talk to people for years. Because you didn't talk to people for years, then you don't have a position or different opinion, and because you don't have different opinion, you don't have a general view of said subject. So because you did that, you're like, holy shit, you're in this tunnel, right? And I have this fear in the tunnel for TikTok, and it's a safe zone, but you want to deal with with Aquarius or Aquarius. It's like going in the depth water, and you're not used to. The very one time you're gonna have floaters, right? In real life, you don't have floaters. But then at the same time, you're able to kind of control the situation, right? So you're going out in public places, and you're seeing that this person is an asshole, right? And yes, there's a mentality of, I cannot be surrounded with only nice people because if we only have people surrounding me with yes, I'm not gonna move forward in life, right? Now we're thirsty, so we're drinking, but drinking fill up the belly even more. So of course, but at the same time, you're gonna have people that it's all control actually, and it's quite scary because I don't think you see yourself as this control freak, right? So you're seeing this person and they're contradictory and they're it's so weird. It's so complex. I can control who I'm talking to. I can absolutely. I'm seeing this person and they're toxic, but they're toxic I can't manage. There's a person that's so toxic that comes into every single life. I don't mind, right? Because I don't think they're a bad person. I think they're going through shit, so I don't mind. But there would be a level where I would be like, okay, well, you're too toxic. Let go. So who am I? Who am I to say, okay, this is toxic enough or this is not toxic enough? Now, the answer to who am I is actually quite simple. The answer to who am I is I am the person responsible for my well-being. It's not my mom, it's not my father, it's not my best friend, it's not my best friend, it's not my best friend. I have multiple best friends. I'm kind of a slut when it comes to friendship. I'm a slut. But yeah, you can absolutely control who you're talking to. However, it's putting yourself. It's like when you work out. It's like when you work out and you're like, okay, well, I'm tired. I want to give up. And then people are like, you know what? Do one more rep. You have to be that guy. You have to be that guy that says, hey, let's do one more rep. Today, we did a TikTok live that was 50 minutes. Yeah. 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 We did 1 hour, you know? We did 50 minutes, but... Yeah, 50 minutes, right? And that was 50 minutes of me being there. And I'll be completely honest. This video is also there's also like a really important reason as to why we're doing it. Get my phone so I can film some nature porn. I hate using this expression, but this is how I feel. Because I feel like this, let's actually talk about it. So I had a traumatic experience during a live about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So the traumatic experience, very weird. Actually funny. So we got Lynx, and I love Lynx. She's also a little streamer, but she has to play more. She has to make more content. So she did this, and she playing this game, right? It's free, and it's a poker game. She said, anyone play poker? And I said, me. And I say, I only play strip poker, though. And then I said, and only with family, right? And then she laughed, and she said, you strip for your family? And I'm like, no, I'm great at poker. They strip for moi. I said, then I did the hashtag. I did humble flex, and hashtag better than Lynn, because her name is Lynn. Very weird. And then she said, very weird. And I'm gonna write, you're just jelly, cause I ain't winning. Use a sucker. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And then, just to be an asshole, I'm gonna write, ya heard? Ya heard? And I'm gonna write in parentheses, I'm gonna write funny. She's a sister of Nyar. Nyar is my good friend. So it's like when you're gonna be close to someone, right? And they have a younger sibling, and your friend is always picking on their siblings, and for some reason, even if you're the friend, you pick on the sibling also. You're kind of teasing them. It's a weird relationship, isn't it? So yes, I had a traumatic experience during a live. Now, it wasn't a traumatic experience, there was no consequences, but it was during it, while it lasted, it was a traumatic experience. So people were asking me to go live, and I go live, and go live, and go live. It was the beginning of depression, right? The beginning of depression. So then what happened is, and that's me sharing a lot of information, but I do want to be honest. Me being honest is always going to be important. So I go in, and at first I'm like I'm nervous, and I feel like there's a really weird situation. At first I have a good moment. So depression, in most cases, it's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be a slump. You're gonna be feeling sad. You're not gonna feeling nostalgic, lethargic. You don't feel a lot, but when you feel something, it's negative, right? However, there's point of depression. There's a certain level of healing in depression where you're trying to feel better. However, it's not feeling better at long term. So you'll feel better one day, you feel sad the next day, you feel better one day, you'll feel sad the next day, right? And then what ended up happening was I did that live, and I should have not done that live. I should have not done that live. I wasn't ready to do live. So I do that live, right? And we're doing that live, and then what ended up happening was, in the middle of it, I'm really down. Now, technically speaking, what happened, which was really, really good, it was so weird. As a stream, it was so weird. It's still on the channel if you want to watch. I don't know the dates. I'm sorry. But we did a time that nobody could know that I did not announce the stream, then nobody came, right? And then because nobody came, I was into a song, and I was listening to music. And I did a video about that after. So because... man. This is rough, dude. This is really rough. I did a video about 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I did multiple videos about it. About how I didn't feel like listening to music. And to me, so you'll have passes. When you're a gamer, you'll have gamer burnout, right? Where you don't feel like playing games. And with this one, you have music burnout, where you don't feel like listening to music. So you go in and you listen to music, and you go in and you listen to music, and you go in and you listen to music, and then one day, out of the blue, you don't feel like listening to music anymore, and like, what's going on? What happened? Why am I like that, right? And there's no reason for that, but then I start not doing well. I start really, really feeling depressed. And then, oh, guess what happened? Well, music came as a healer. And for a whole stream, I was listening to music, right? And it was horrible because that music really made me sad. That music really made me, really, really made me emotional. Now, technically speaking, you say, dude, just. Uh, I love the. We're watching TikTok drama, so it's really good. Change song, no, because the song doesn't make you sad. The song releases emotion, and your emotion being sad, and the emotion that is being released is the emotion that you're feeling right now. And if the emotion is negative, and the emotion release is negative, right? So yeah. It, it was tough. It was really tough. This chair has a nice little back support, and it feels fantastic. It feels fantastic, and this chair you can also fold it, so it's a really nice chair. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we went in listening to music, and then this night, this oh my god, we're going in deep now. This night of this live that made me really really sad was that it needed to happen because I'd rather have a couple of weeks. I'd rather have a live where I'm doing completely shitty than down the line saying, why are you not happy? Why aren't you healing? Or why are you still sad? And maybe, just maybe, this night was the break of the drain. Now the phone is too hot.
Ask me how I'm doing, I say okay. Bonsoir, bien, me voici pour une petite dégustation. Mais oui, le chocolat de Dubaï.
There you go. See, it's too warm in the apartment to make some content. Shit. It's too warm.
Hi, Stefan.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. It's starting to get warm, huh?
You enjoying the weather?
It's a bit too warm. How about yourself?
I'm not gonna miss. I don't care. I'll put fans on. I don't care.
Awesome. How's everything?
Hey,
How's everything?
good, you?
Good, good. Can't complain. Are you happy about the election, Carney?
Yes.
Good, 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 good.
But I know you didn't vote for him.
Well, you know what? We had this conversation, me and you, and I was like, you know what? Maybe Carney, I should be listening to him more. And then we had a debate. We watched a debate on CBC. And I was like, you know what? Carney, possibly not my first choice, but he would be a good prime minister. And that's why I voted. At the end, I voted for him.
And I like the new vote. I just wish he wasn't from
Huh?
the States. I wish he was from Canada.
Who?
But maybe they put him in because he can
Yeah, I know. You see, the next day, I didn't like the conversation between him and Trump. I didn't like the debate. I felt like Trump was being dismissive a bit. I felt like Trump was being a bit dismissive. You know? Anyway, c'est la vie, hein?
You're up late at night like me.
Yeah. Because the weather, I cannot stand it.
The whole time. How can you do that?
Huh?
You talk a lot.
Well, that's my job.
Yes, but don't you get tired of talking?
No. No. No, I'm very energetic. See,
A lot of followers?
yeah.
How many so far?
Well, I'm at 9,400.
That's not bad.
And with you, tonight's going to be 9,402.
Well, I'm not talking to you on your tablet.
You see, the whole weekend, rain and rain and rain and rain, huh?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Today.
Well, today they were saying, oh, is it rain today? Did it rain? A little bit in this morning.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. How's health? How's everything?
Pardon?
How's health? How's everything?
How's health?
Yeah.
I'll find out when I see the doctor or two.
I'm wishing you luck. Wishing you luck.
It'll be okay. What will be, will be. 75 going on 76. I don't care either.
I give you, I didn't give you more than 62.
Oh, I look it. No. But I don't care.
Yeah.
That's aging.
As long as you're happy, that's the one that matters.
That's it.
You know? You know? So why are you a night owl? Why aren't you a early
I've
bird?
always been like that.
Always been nice.
Yeah. I used to run on 4 hours a day sleep.
Wow.
Now I need about 6.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Awesome.
Okay, have a good one.
You too, take care.
God bless you.
God bless you more.
No, equal.
Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. No problem.
J'étais-tu là pour toi?
Ben, quand tu voulais pas, je faisais la même chose, tu vois.
Oui, mais après ça, tu moquais de moi sur TikTok. J'ai pas fait ça, moi, Zach, avec toi. J'ai jamais fait ça. Jamais. Je veux que tu prennes conscience aujourd'hui après tout.
Non, je comprends 100%, puis je te le dis, puis je l'assume, parce que moi, là, j'ai pas...
Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the Welcome Show. Everything well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 15th May 2025. We are in a good mood today. We're doing a review. We're doing a very, very quick review of Trailer Park Boys because we already did it, and this is possibly gonna be one of the last like recaps I'm doing because I'm finding myself. So recap wise, I'll do it quick. Recap wise, I'm finding myself enjoying old show more than the new show. So we're reviewing the entirety of season 1. It's super simple. We'll go with a general thought of season 1. We'll go with first episode, second episode, third episode, fourth episode, fifth episode. We'll go with the plot. We'll go with my thought. We'll go with my MVP moment. There you go. As simple as this. So the first season always felt different in Trailer Park Boys. It always really felt different, and there's multiple ways you can look at it. The first season follows a train of thought. It's Julian taking care of the park and Ricky getting his shit together, right? Now, if you look at the later season, there's a plot of the season. For example, they brew their own beer, they're growing weed, right? It's something in the background, but never the main focus of the episode. And the first season, it is the first. Oh, what? Just please, dude, just work. There you go, it's working. Yeah, so the first season is that, and at the same time, it's very mockumentary, you know. Mockumentary for me. Was my very first mockumentary. So Trailer Park Boys is my first mockumentary. I'm learning what it is. It's a documentary, but it's mocking. It felt more like a mockumentary than a comedy. In the Trailer Park Boys, it feels more like a comedy. Yes, there's documentation, but it's less than it. You get to know people, and what I really like about the first season is they present people like Levi, that never appears. They're presented like this guy like Sam, who appears but at very low. So they have this character that are from the park, and they could have done multiple seasons doing that. However, in the grand scheme of Skin, this season 1, they could have not have been a season 2 like that. Why? Because the story would have already been spread thin. So now that's a plot. First episode, we got the plot. We got Julian. We're meeting the park. It's amazing because the first episode is that it is already the plot of the whole season. Julian is in charge. Julian is the one we rely on, and Julian is the one that fixes everything. So we have Cyrus that comes in and says, "Hey, this is my park," and everybody's going to him, right? And this is a presence and the whole season. It's something that we're seeing countless times. Now, do I mind it? No, because at first the show is about Julian and Ricky. So the fact that we have a duality in these two characters. Now, fun fact, Mike Smith or Bubbles were not supposed to be part of the main show, but people liked Bubbles so much, they had them. The first episode, also the subplots is Ricky, how fucked up he is. But then again, the first thing that Ricky does is going to see Lucy, which is something that is part of the character of Ricky. Ricky is a dumbass. He's a reject. Ricky is not a good character. He becomes a good character because he becomes a amazing family guy. But that's the only redeeming quality. And then we have Bubbles that isn't as, and ultimately speaking, this is perfect because Bubble isn't as involved in the crimes or in the storyline as Ricky and Julian. In the first episode, we don't see that. My MVP moment is when I'm gonna say when Cyrus said that he wants his porn tape replaced, because those are like creme de la creme. I thought it was really, really funny, really funny, because who asked to replace porn tape? Episode number 2, forget school, come and drink and eat chicken finger. It's in French, that's why I have to translate. So basically we have Julian, who is tired of people always asking him to help him, and help him, and help him. And he feels like a loser, but he also feels, and it's nice because he feels like he has a potential. Julian's main flaw is because he thinks that he's better than everybody else. He's greedy when it comes to business, he's greedy when it comes to a lot of things, but it's because he's taking care of everybody. When people, they don't have money, they go to Julian. If Julian doesn't have money, he doesn't have anybody to go to, so he has to be selfish, right? So then what? See, with the season 2, it's more so about Julian. More so about Julian wanting to leave the park, and it's how much people, they need him, right? And ultimately speaking, even when he leaves, he gets Ricky to have his car. It's in French, to have his car first. He's helping Ricky have equipment to grow some weed. He makes sure that Ricky and Lucy are together, right? And that is him still at the same time wanting to leave the park, but making sure that everybody's okay, right? And then even the main problem, which is the main villain, if you will, or the main antagonist, is Leahy and Randy. In the first season, my favorite characters are probably Leahy and Randy, because they're assholes, but they're also working for the park, right? So my favorite moment of season 2 of episode 2 is how much the park is willing. J-Rock helps. There's this guy, I forget his name, he helps with the mechanics. A lot of people help to maintain, right? Even Leahy's like, yo, if you leave, I'm gonna put charge on you because he's so afraid of Julian not being here. And even then, Julian says, hey, don't worry about Ricky, he's back with Lucy. So I don't have to take care of him, she'll take care of him. Then number 3, we have Leahy as my porn tape. One of my favorite episodes from season 3. One of my favorite episodes from early Trailer Park Boys. Season 2, Season 3, and Season 4 are my favorite seasons from Trailer Park Boys. Season 5 is also great. Season 6 is shit. 7 is shit. So episode number 3, they have money issues, and it's so funny because Julian's like, yo, Ricky, what are you doing, dude? He said, oh, I need money to have my plants. I need money to have my grow up. And in episode number 2, this is when I was talking about the season number 1. There's a following track, so he's trying to get his equipment in the season 2, but then he doesn't succeed. So what he does is he needs money. And he needs money how? He does J-Rock porn tape. He does J-Rock porno. Now, ultimately speaking, there's a large amount of the show where J-Rock is making porn tape, but it's picture perfect J-Rock. J-Rock is a hustler. J-Rock will sell cereal. J-Rock will sell flea markets. J-Rock sells groceries. J-Rock is a hustler. He sells. And the very first episode, when Cyrus is getting kicked out of the park, Cyrus he was selling drugs to the park. And like J-Rock's like, yo, don't worry about this guy, I'll sell you drugs. Which is kind of crazy, but J-Rock is a good villain. He's not a villain, but he's a lesser evil. Let's put it like that. So number 3, the porn tape. And it's funny because we have Ricky. And this is, in my opinion, it's such a good episode below the surface. Because Ricky is not able to fuck because he's so loyal to Lucy. And this is how much, no matter how much of a fuck up he is, no matter how bad he is able to, what should I call it? It's such a good episode. Ricky is able to be a good father at the end, right? We got Bubbles who is frisky. He needs to get laid because he's horny, and then he has a chance to get laid. And this is also something that happens. Bubbles don't want to get involved in a lot of the this scheme of the guys. But then even when they steal barbecue, Bubbles like making barbecues. He likes fixing barbecues. He creates barbecue himself. Even when they're harvesting weed, Bubbles like, this is the fun part. Fuck selling. Harvesting is fun. And then the whole thing, which is one of the most popular moments ever in Trailer Park Boys, is this song. I'm a working man, I am, and I'm working underground. This is insane. And already we have this. And lastly, am I forgetting something? Of course, we learned that Leahy and Randy are gay. But at the same time, it's Julian taking care of everybody. They have a secret that could get in trouble, and he's protecting them. Now, ultimately speaking, I have to give a shout out. Do I need Leahy and Randy to be gay? No. I think it's funny, kinda, but it's more so that the show was. The first season was released in 2001. In 2001, there was next to no homosexual relationship on TV. So Trailer Park Boy was actually pretty fucking big. 4? Okay, so Mrs. Peterson's dog ate something weird. So this is basically an episode of Ricky being a fuck up. Julian is taking care of somebody that's elderly, which is again showing that Julian is a good character. He is a good quote unquote guy, and he is a good guy. But you know, so the episode number 5. Not a lot going on. It's just again, there's little parts of the show, and I think this is the strength of Trailer Park Boy. part of the show that are so good. It's, for example, it's in the beginning. It's Ricky and Bubbles fighting because Ricky has a hard time getting the squirrel out of his weed. And then Bubble lend him a kitten, but he doesn't take care of the kitten, so like, fuck you. So you see, Ricky is kind of like a fuck up, right? But then, this is the first one where we see him being a father and being a good father. Yes, his daughter shot him, but he never gets mad at her, which is something, you know, kids fuck up. That's normal. That's part of learning. We get the first glance of dude, it's amazing. It's the first glance of Sam Lasco, which is one of the most popular, well, one of the most famous character actually. But it's also what I was saying, and I mean this wholeheartedly. Bro, it's amazing. The Mrs. Peterson telling Julian, "You're drinking too much, I'm worried about you." Who gives a shit how she feels? She's a character judging another characters. But it's part of the Trailer Park Boys. It's what makes it real. It's what makes it feel like this is a normal show. Most normal show would not put that in because it's boring. When you watch Trailer Park Boys, there's so many of those men that are fucking boring. But when you watch Vlogged, it's boring. So the same thing. Now, we don't have the phone, so I'm going to have to check it out. We're going fast. We're going good. I got 7%. 7%. I'm a working man, I am. And I'm walking underground. Come on. It's going to be slow, but it's okay. I think number 5 is I'm Not Gay, I Love Lucy. And the number 6 is The Wedding. Yeah, there you go. It's so fucking good. So episode number 5 is I'm Not Gay, I Love Lucy. So then it's part of the it's not the best episode, but it's actually pretty good. So it's basically Lucy and Ricky kind of gets in a fight. Then she goes back to Julian, and she's always after Julian because she likes Julian. And again, I didn't like Lucy at the beginning, but now as a more adult, I understand it. Julian is a good provider. Julian would be a good father towards Trinity, right? And then he convinces Ricky to ask her to marry him, and to convince him, he says people think that we're gay, and then he said, "I'm not gay." Okay, give me a sec. Okay, so now I'm at 5%. I'm gonna have to charge. Fuck. Battery's low, but this is my last video of the day, so good. So we're good. My last video for a while, actually. Because we have more video to do. 5%? We're good. Okay. So basically, Julian, he wants to get rid of Lucy, but he also knows that that's the right thing to do. So for example, there's a moment of the episode that I really enjoy where it's Bubbles saying Plato, which is a psychologist, the father of psychology, said that there's something such as a noble lie. So you lie to benefit people. And it's not a hurtful lie, it's not something that's bad to do. It's okay to lie. And then, ultimately speaking, that's what Julian does. You know that Lucy likes Ricky, and then you know that Ricky likes Lucy. Now, he does it to get rid of Lucy, but he wants Ricky to be with Lucy. When Ricky is with Lucy, he's at his best. He's acting like a father, he's taking care of people, he actually thinks about what he's doing, he's avoiding jail. It's a pretty good episode. My favorite moment is fucking Bubbles talking about Plato. Because this is what makes the show so real. It's a dude. And again, this is going to be completely out of context. But I love watching a guy called Cobra GFS. In Cobra GFS, I love him. And I'm not, please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. He's autistic. I'm not saying that Bubbles is autistic. And Cobra had this understanding of human emotion that you wouldn't expect a autistic person to have. So like, wow, okay, makes sense. It's gonna be quite clever. Number 6, who invited the pigs to my wedding. Possibly one of the most boring. episode. It feels like an end of the show though. So for example, we got Levi with once again, one of the more respected people of the park. Gets Ricky a job, which is really good. What else do we get? We get Randy, Chloe and Trevor kind of fucking up. We have the whole park being invited to the wedding. One of those parts that's really cool is they invite Leahy and Randy. You know, they fucking hate those guys because they're part of the park, right? And it's such a weird episode because it doesn't feel like a finale. It doesn't feel like a finale. It feels like the end of the show once again. But at the same time, it is the park. There's some good moments in the park. It's good to live in Sunnyvale. It's a moment like that makes you want to live in Sunnyvale. And it's moments like, damn, having a wedding. You're like, holy shit, this is a small knitted community. Right? It's almost a knitted community, right? And then the craziest part about this is how little Ray has to do with the story. Ray gets involved really much in the season 2. Ray, who is also the director. There's Ray that gets involved. There's a little bit of J-Rock. J-Rock is one of the most important characters later on. You see, as much as I like J-Rock, J-Rock is Michael Torrance. J-Rock is one of the bigger problem of the show. So, this is my opinion, this is a long-time fan, this is a 20-plus year fan, Trailer Park Boys. A character like J-Rock is the picture perfect. Because you can kind of see season 1 Julian. See season 12 Julian, it's the same guy. Kind of see season 1 Bubbles, kind of see season 12 similar. You can kind of even see Ricky, right? But you cannot see J-Rock changes. And to a certain degree, for example, we got Lucy, who is kind of like, I don't want to say slutty, but she's kind of promiscuous. So then season 1 too. The second that Ricky goes out, she's going out with Julian. She's trying to go out with Julian. Right? So yeah. That's my review of season 1. Season 1 always felt different. My favorite season of all time is 4. Season 2 is when it starts to get really good. Season 2, I'm doing a review tomorrow, but season 2 is my second favorite season. Why? Because season 2 is the perfect mixture between documentary and comedy. First season is mockumentary, season 2 is mockumentary and comedy. For example, with episodes like Bible Pimp, with episodes like I met Cats and Dogs from Conan and Trevor. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. I'm a working man, I am. And I'm hanging underground.